Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Mighty Moon Astrology. This video is for Sagittarius people. The yearly prediction for 2026. We are going to talk about the blessings and the struggles of this year, the bigger picture, the theme of this year. We are also going to talk about Lagna Lord because our Lagna Lord has a huge impact in our lives, be that the blessings or the struggles. And for you people, Sagittarius, your Lagna Lord is Jupiter. So it's very important, not for you, for everybody, but this most important and most benefic planet is your Lagna Lord. Let's see how your 2026 will pan out. Before we dive in, I request you to subscribe the channel. This is a very new channel. All your subscriptions means a lot to us. And also please don't forget to press the bell icon so that you know all the new videos that we upload. When we talk about the blessings, we have to talk about Jupiter. So for all other ascendants, I talked about the Jupiter, about all the blessings that they're going to get this year, and then I talked about the Lagna Lord separately and how that will impact them. In your case, it's the same. So if Jupiter is in trouble, your Lagna Lord is in trouble. I mean, maybe going retrograde or in a unfriendly position, then you suffer. And when Jupiter is in a good position, Jupiter is happy, you are happy. So at the beginning of this year, Jupiter is going retrograde in your seventh house until March 11th. On March 11th, Jupiter will go direct in your seventh house. So before March 11th, we need to deal with it. Okay. So, Sagittarius people, you are the guru. You are Jupiter. You are the person of dharma. What is dharma? Dharma is being ethical, being moral, and doing the right thing, and not being selfish, and helping other people to learn and to understand life, to spread the wisdom and knowledge you have. So when your Lagna Lord is going retro, you struggle in all these areas. And when it is going retro in your seventh house, it will impact your seventh house matters, seventh house factors. And also, it will actually indicate that you have some unfinished business in the sixth house that you need to take care of. So, sixth house issues are a lot of issues. Like, sixth house is the house of problems. And when Jupiter was there, late 2024 and the first half of 2025, then maybe some issues, some problems started. And when Jupiter is going retro in your seventh house, you may have to revisit those things and solve it. For example, maybe you had some health issues and maybe you're still struggling with that health issue when Jupiter is retrograde. So you need to be extra careful. Then maybe you had taken some loan and there are some issues about that. Maybe you are struggling to repay, or maybe the bank or the institution is actually creating problems for you. So you may need to revisit those things one more time. Okay, so that is something that is already going on. So I don't want to tell you more about it because I think you already know about these issues. Let's see what will happen from March 11th when Jupiter goes direct in your seventh house. Now it will improve your relationship with your spouse if you're married. If you have a business, your business will get better. If you have a business partner, the relationship with your business partner will get better. Jupiter in the seventh house is actually looking at your 11th house, first house, and third house. So 11th house is the house of gains. 11th house is the house of your professional network, your personal and social network. 11th house is the house of your desires, your dreams. Whether your dreams will be fulfilled or not, that is seen from 11th house. So when Jupiter goes direct from March 11th, and it will stay here until June 1st. And during that time, Jupiter is actually looking at your 11th house. Your dreams may come true. Jupiter is looking at the house of your gains. So you may actually get some property or some materialistic gains that actually you didn't even expect. You are not planning. It just comes to you. Or maybe you have worked for it and now you're going to get the result. Okay. And then Jupiter is looking at yourself, at your first house. So Jupiter is blessing you. So all your decision making will be very good in any aspect of your life, in any sector of your life. If you take any decision after March 11th, it will be the best decision. So if you are in confusion, if you are in dilemma about anything, please wait until March 11th. And after that, the right decision will come to you. Okay. And at that time, go with your gut and do whatever your heart, tells you to do, because your Jupiter is there to bless you at that time. Okay. But one thing you need to take care of a little bit, because when Jupiter was in the sixth house, maybe some health issues already started. So Jupiter looking at your first house, you may gain weight, and it may give you the illness related to increased blood pressure, increased cholesterol, and overweight. Okay, so you may need to take care of your diet and be disciplined. And you are a Jupiterian person, so you are lazy. You don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to do any physical labor, you just want to sit, think about philosophy, learn new things, and think about knowledge and wisdom, and you want to spread all these wisdom that you have to the entire world. And you don't want to do any physical activity, and you don't want anyone else to do any physical activity, which is not good. So be a little bit of less Jupiterian this year, and try to be active physically. Okay. Then another good thing about Jupiter sitting in the seventh house is now Jupiter is looking at your third house where Rahu is sitting. Okay. So this aspect will help you to lessen the wrong impact of Rahu. But we're going to come to Rahu and Ketu in a while. Let's go to the Jupiter's transition to your eighth house, in the house of troubles, different kind of troubles, and gets exalted. When Jupiter is exalted in the eighth house, then what happens? Eighth house is kind of scary. It's not all good, okay? But there are some good things. Jupiter gets exalted in the eighth house. It may actually trigger sudden loss, sudden gains. Okay, but the loss will be less than what was supposed to happen. Jupiter will help you, and the gains will actually really multiply. Okay, Jupiter in the eighth house will give you hidden information, hidden knowledge about maybe your work, your personal life, your personal relationships. And according to my analysis, you will be able to use the information, because Jupiter is exalted now. Use the information to your gains, and sudden gains will come. Try not to harm anyone else. Definitely, we should all be, careful. We have to be good to ourselves. Okay, we have to take care of our own gains. Maybe someone else will not, but not at the cost of damaging someone else or hurting someone else. Okay, because Jupiter is the planet of dharma, the ethics, the moral. Please do not sacrifice that. Maybe you get some hidden information about someone that can damage their career, their life, and maybe help you to, improve yours. Then keep quiet. Don't do anything about that. Don't use that information. Okay, you're going to get the information, but as a Jupiter, you need to decide whether this information um, should be used or not. Okay, be a little bit careful. And then Jupiter in the 8th house actually gives us transformation, positive transformation, because 8th house is the house of transformation. So, what kind of transformation you have been waiting for or thinking about? Okay, sit down and evaluate a little bit. Hmm? From June 2nd. So you can do that before that also. That you think about that, what is it in my life that I want to change? What can I do to change the situation? Because whenever we're trying to change the situation, we tend to, ask for help or depend on others and really expect others to do something. Okay, but you are the Jupiter. Jupiter is your Lagna Lord, and you are going exalted. Okay, for other people, it's a planet, a most benefic planet. It is going exalted and giving them blessings. For you, you are going exalted. What does that mean? You are at your best. Whatever you do, whatever you want, everything is at its best. So you should think of all the issues that you're having and take initiative to solve it, to transform, to change, and you will be successful. I promise you will be successful, but you need to do it by yourself, take the initiative, and do not wait for anybody else's help. And also do the right thing. Do not sacrifice the ethics. Then Jupiter goes to your 9th house, where Ketu is sitting. I cannot talk about Ketu without talking about Rahu. But I have a slightly different analysis about the 3-9 axis, like Rahu in the 3rd house and Ketu in the 9th house. There is a push and pull definitely, but these two houses, and when Rahu Ketu sits here, they have very unique responsibilities and unique things that they want to try. Okay, so let's talk about Ketu in the 9th house. Ketu in the 9th house is spirituality meeting dharma. And then, literally, physically, on October 31st, Jupiter, the planet of dharma, will come to your 9th house and meet the planet of spirituality. So, this is the time when this materialistic world and your spiritual world comes together. That is the most powerful thing that can happen. That will change your life in ways that you cannot even imagine. Now, Ketu in the 9th house is also asking for something. So, the common analysis is you have to let go of your ego. So, for that, we need to understand what is the 9th house. 9th house is the house of your ego, and 9th house is the house of your father and your guru, your religious guru, your academic guru. And Ketu sitting here is always said that Ketu is asking for letting go of your ego. Sacrifice your ego. Do not think of what I deserve, what other people should do for me. But I have an additional thing. 9th house is the house of Bhagya, fortune. Okay, it is said that all your ancestors did some good deeds, and it is actually stored in your 9th house for you to get some good results in this life. Now, Ketu sitting here doesn't care about the materialistic gains or the good things or the blessings or anything that is related to this world, this life, this physical realm. And Ketu is continuously thinking about the spiritual world. So, Ketu sitting in the ninth house, you may not get the fortune that you're supposed to get. I want to give you a simple remedy, which may not be so simple for many of us. Ninth house is your father and your guru. Forgive your father. This year, this is the time. Ketu has been here sitting in your ninth house for a while now. I'm pretty sure during this time you have been thinking about all the wrong things that your father has done to you. We all have complaints against our father, no matter how good he is. And I'm not saying that everybody's father is God, but try to find the good things that he did for you. And even if in the worst case scenario you cannot find anything good that your father did for you, forgive him and forgive your guru, your teacher. Maybe your teacher has misbehaved with you. Maybe your teacher has done something wrong with you, something unethical with you. Forgive him. Do not expect your father or your guru to do anything or come to you or say sorry. No, they're not going to do that. It is your time. Ketu is sitting in your ninth house. Forgive your father, forgive your teacher. Now, this will make Ketu happy. Why? Because Ketu is trying to go to the spiritual world. And if you hold grudge, then that is actually pulling you down towards this materialistic world, this physical realm. And Ketu is now irritated. I was like, because of the grudge, I cannot really, think about who I am, why this universe is what it is. Ketu just wants to go there. So make Ketu happy. Forgive your father and your teacher. Let go of the baggage. Let go of the grudge. When Ketu is happy in ninth house, you will get the fortune that you're supposed to get. And from the very beginning of the year, if you start trying to forgive your father and forgive your teacher, and if you are successful, then by the time Jupiter will meet Ketu in the ninth house on October 31st, you will get results like you cannot even imagine. Tremendous good results. You'll think like, oh my God, where is this coming from? I didn't really do anything. Because you're not supposed to do anything. Okay, this is the good karma, good deeds that your ancestors did, and now you enjoy the fruit. Okay, so this is not very difficult, but it can take you through some emotional journey. So we also need to see your moon in your birth chart, that how strong your moon is, because you're going to need your psychological and emotional strength to forgive your father, to forgive your Jupiter, because we have a lot of expectations from our father, from our guru, from our teacher. We are supposed to just get things from them. And I'm asking you to forgive them and do something for them if you can. Trust me, it will change your life. Not just this year. You're going to get gains and you're going to get fortune that will stay with you if you can do that. Okay? Okay, now let's talk about struggles. From Ketu, we are going to Rahu now. Rahu is sitting in your third house in Aquarius. Now, this is actually not a struggle. This is a very good thing. This is the effort, house of courage, house of communication. Rahu is now obsessing about these things. It's a good thing if you channel this properly, channel this obsessive energy properly. And how do you do that? Third house is the communication and effort. Find something that is Rahu related. So that is AI related. Very simple. And the simplest thing is to go to social media and communicate about whatever you want to communicate to the world. Or if you were in a workplace and you wanted to communicate something that you couldn't, write an email rather than talking to the people. Or if you have to do it in person and you have to have a conversation, do it on a Zoom meeting or some other app. I just want you to have a technology in between rather than talking to a person, face to face. Have a technology. Use your mobile phone, use your laptop and communicate. That will, because Rahu is technology. And this is the best time for technology, for AI. Learn an AI app. Then Rahu's energy is shifted towards that, and put in your effort, put in your courage in learning that new skill, and Rahu will not bother you. Third house is also your siblings and your neighbors. When Rahu is busy learning a new AI skill, then it will not give you issues with your siblings. Otherwise, you can have trouble with the relationship with your siblings and your neighbors. Okay, so it's actually, I don't see it as a problem. Rahu in Aquarius, Rahu is co-lord of Aquarius. So he's happy here. And third house is your effort. So put in effort in your work and learn some skills that will be amazing for you, and these skills will actually stay with you. Not just this year, it will help you in a long run. Okay? Okay. Now let's talk about fourth house. Your Saturn is sitting there. What is fourth house? Fourth house is your mother. Fourth house is your homeland. Fourth house is the place you live in, your apartment, your house. Fourth house is the country that you were born in. And fourth house is your mental peace. So Saturn sitting in the fourth house, you will want to stay at home and work from home. This actually supports the placement of Rahu in the third house. So you sit at home and you use your computer to work from home. You sit at home, you learn a new AI tool through your computer or with your mobile. That's it. Saturn sitting in the fourth house has the aspect on sixth house, 10th house, and first house. These can be a little bit of scary, but trust me, Saturn looking at this sixth house will ease up your problems, because sixth house is the house of problems, and Saturn looking at it will delay all the problems. So that's very good. I'm going to give you a small remedy. If you do that remedy, you may not see the problems at all. Okay, rather than delaying it, you may not see the problems at all. But in the sixth house, when Saturn is looking at the sixth house, if you were, planning to take a loan from a bank, go and ask for it. You'll get easy terms, you'll get the loan. This is a good time for taking a loan. Although you need to plan properly. But if you need and if you want to take a loan, then this is a good time. Then Saturn looking at your 10th house. That can be challenging. That can be, that can feel like that, life is testing you in your occupational life. That's why I'm asking you to learn a professional skill. That's how your Rahu will be happy. And when you improve yourself and when you work on it, Saturn is also happy. Because Saturn doesn't want you to give anything just like that. You need to work for it. Before giving anything, Saturn wants to make sure you deserve it. You worked hard for it. You were disciplined. You were punctual. So when you put in effort and Saturn sees that you are working hard, then his seventh aspect on the 10th house will ease up. then he'll be happy. He'll not be bothered about, giving you any um, unpleasant experience in your professional life. Okay. And then Saturn is looking at your first house, looking at you. Saturn looking at Jupiter. What does that mean? You are Jupiter, right? What does that mean? Saturn just wants you to be disciplined. Saturn wants you to be patient. Saturn wants you to work for whatever you want this year in your professional life, your personal life, your social life, or even your very own, um, how can I say, psychological life. Like the things that you want and you don't want anybody to know about that. If you have something like that, Saturn wants you to work for it. Saturn looking at first house means be disciplined. Work for it, you will get it. So nothing is bad. Okay, nothing is bad, nothing is good. It really depends on the perspective and how you deal with it. So I have tried to tell you how to deal with your Ketu, your Rahu, and Saturn. But still, I want to tell you the remedies one more time. So, what are the remedies? One, I already told you. Forgiving your father and your teacher is one of the remedies. The main thing that you have to do, it's going to take time, but start, and I really hope that you get there easily. Okay. Next thing, the second remedy that I want you to do is clean your house with your own hands, your entire house. Do it on every Saturday. Do it on the same time, like maybe 8 a.m. in the morning. Every Saturday, you clean your entire house with your own hands. You can take help if you are in a big house and it is difficult to do it by yourself, but you lead the whole thing and you do not miss any Saturday. And the third remedy I want to tell you is meditate. Meditate every Sunday from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. If you think it's too long, you can just do 15 minutes. But then slowly try to increase your time and do meditation every Sunday. This is nothing fancy. You don't need to learn how to meditate. You don't need to go to an institution to learn meditation. Just sit with yourself. You're a Jupiterian person. You like to sit with yourself and think about philosophy, right? So sit with yourself, preferably in a dark place, as much as darkness you can tolerate, and close your eyes and relax. Okay, so these are the three simple remedies that you have to do this year. This is going to be a good year, no doubt. Your Lagna Lord is going exalted, and Rahu is in a very good position. Saturn with a little bit of remedies will give very good results. So it's going to be a good year, nothing to worry. Thank you very much for listening to my video, and Happy New Year.